Tonight you scrolled for 40 minutes without finding anything worth watching. You ate food you didn't cook, in a room temperature controlled by a machine, wearing clothes made by strangers on the other side of the planet. And somewhere underneath all of it, there was this feeling. A low hum. A restlessness that wouldn't go away. That feeling has a name. And it is older than civilization itself. What if everything you feel is wrong about your life is not a flaw in you, but a flaw in the era you were born into? What if your body, your brain, your instincts were built for a world that no longer exists? What if you were born 10,000 years too late? This is not a thought experiment. This is what anthropologists have been quietly arguing for decades, and the evidence is sitting inside your own nervous system right now. Cast your mind back, not to ancient Rome, further. Around 10,000 BCE, the vast majority of humans lived in small nomadic bands of 20 to 150 people. Hunters, gatherers, wanderers. Anthropologist David Graeber described these societies as remarkably sophisticated in their social intelligence and emotional lives. They simply organized themselves around entirely different problems than the ones you face today. Your brain was built by those people, for those problems, and you are now running that same hardware in a world it was never designed for. You feel lonely in a crowd. Of course you do. Your brain evolved to read the emotional states of 20 to 50 people intimately known to you. Neuroscientist Robin Dunbar concluded that the human brain can maintain stable relationships with roughly 150 people. After that, the system breaks down. You are being asked to live in cities of millions. No wonder it feels like static. You crave food you know is bad for you. Of course you do. For 99% of human history, sugar was rare and fat was precious. Evolution selected hard for exactly the obsessions that food engineers now exploit. Psychologist Berridge showed that the craving system and the satisfaction system in the brain are entirely separate. You can crave something intensely, consume it completely, and still feel empty. Your ancestors almost never had this problem. Scarcity solved it for them. You cannot concentrate. Of course you cannot. Your attention was never designed to hold one thing for hours. Your brain evolved to constantly scan for movement, threat, novelty. Every notification is a perfect little predator movement trigger for that ancient system. You are not distracted. You are exquisitely calibrated for an environment that no longer exists. You feel like your work is meaningless. Of course you do. In the ancestral world, the link between effort and outcome was immediate and visible. Evolutionary psychologists Leda Cosmides and John Tooby spent decades mapping the mismatch between the environment humans evolved in and the modern world. Their central finding: humans are wired for visible, concrete contribution to a small group that knows you. Not for quarterly reports, not for KPI dashboards. The feeling that what you do doesn't matter is not weakness. It is your evolutionary wiring screaming that something is wrong. You feel vaguely afraid without knowing why. Your stress response evolved to handle acute physical threats. Cortisol floods, adrenaline fires. The threat passes, hormones clear, life resumes. In your world, the threats are chronic and invisible. Your mortgage, your boss, the news. Biologist Robert Sapolsky showed that the human stress response is catastrophically mismatched to the stressors modern life produces. You are running an emergency system on permanent emergency mode. Studies of modern hunter-gatherers show something economists struggle to explain. The Hadza of Tanzania, studied by anthropologist Frank Marlowe, work 4 to 6 hours a day, report high social satisfaction, and score well on nearly every well-being metric. No alarm clocks, no performance reviews. The parts of your life that feel most wrong are not signs of personal failure. They are signs of biological mismatch. Your body is a 10,000-year-old organism running in a world that is 20 minutes old. The modern remedies that actually work are almost always ancient solutions in disguise. Exercise simulates the physical exertion your body expects from a day of hunting. Deep social connection gives your brain the small-scale bonding it was calibrated for. Meaningful, visible work closes the feedback loop your wiring demands. These are not wellness trends. They are your nervous system finding its way back to conditions it recognizes. Tonight you scrolled for 40 minutes without finding anything worth watching. And somewhere underneath all of it was that feeling. That feeling is not a flaw. That feeling is your ancestors, 10,000 years of them, still alive inside your nervous system, tapping on the glass, reminding you what you were built to do.